What's up everyone, today we're going to be opening up the Amaran F22x by Aputure. If you're new here, my name's Matt Powell and this is a channel where we open up all sorts of tech. Right now I'm using a couple of new weird light fixtures. This is definitely going to be an upgrade for me. I honestly thought this was going to be the F22C. When I opened the box it said F22x. So let's just see what this looks like and what comes with it, and I'll probably just exchange this later. So as you guys can see, this comes with a nice carrying case. Now let's see what's in it. On the top part here, what looks like the light fixture itself. Wow, it's a lot thinner than I expected. This is definitely going to be a nice upgrade for me. We'll take a closer look at this later. Let's see what else is in here. The cable attached to it feels nice and durable too. Alright, looks like we got a few things in here. Let's see. We got the typical paperwork you get. Here's a couple of QR codes to scan for product info, warranty info, and app info. Okay, now let's see what's in this thing. Oh, and before I forget, this whole thing costs 700 bucks. Here's the tilting stand mount. I'll be putting this on one of the New Year stands that I have. Since I didn't purchase an additional light stand, I'm just going to use something that I already have. So here we got one of the two diffusion cloths. Here we got a strap. This is the light control grid. And now here's the control box. Let's take a quick look. You got the controls on the front. You got the bracket on the left. You got the connection over here for the light. And on the back you got the mounting system, and this is the gold mount version. You also get this metal wire so you can use it to hang this control box. I'll show you guys how to put this all together in a bit. For now, let's look at what else is in the box. Oh wait, and here's the connection for the power supply. And here's that power supply. On this side of the case we see the softbox frame. Here we got a better zoomed out angle of it. And now for the wires. Here we got the AC power cable. Here's a straight and an L-shaped adapter for the back of the mount. And here's a 3-meter cable extension. You guys will probably want to use that extension. I'll show you why later. Oh, and here's that second diffusion cloth. And finally, underneath this foam right here is the support bracket. This will be attached to the back of the LED mat. Alright, now let's put all of this together. So keep this number down right here. This is the serial number that you're going to be using to add it to the app later. Now let's take the power supply and connect it to the control box. Once that's done, connect your power cable to the power supply. At this point, you don't have to plug it into the outlet yet. We're just going to have to set up the light fixture itself. Let's do that right now. First up, let's open up the support bracket and extend all the arms. For each arm, pull the knob so each peg could go into the hole. Each peg will snap into place. Make sure you guys do this for all the arms. Now let's take each arm and lodge it into each corner. You will have to bend the arm slightly so each arm could properly go into place. So first things first, let's open up this softbox frame and then align the LED mat with the Velcro. You'll know the correct orientation with that little cutout for the cable. Next I'll add on one of the diffusion cloths, followed by the light control grid. And now we can plug this end of the cable to the control box. At this point you can plug it into the outlet so you can power it on. And here we go. And right off the rip I can tell that this is significantly brighter than the new weird light fixtures I got. Anyways, let's continue with the setup. So now let's flip to the back of the light fixture and decide whether we want to use the straight or L-shaped adapters. This all depends on where you're going to be placing the light. For now, let's choose the L-shaped one. For this part here, you want to make sure that the lever tightens the adapter. If it's still a little loose after closing the lever, open it back up and screw it in a little bit. This should fix the problem. You should be able to pick up the entire light fixture just by this adapter. Next up, let's take the tilting stand mount and attach it to the stand. Make sure you tighten it up once you get it at the right angle that you would want it at. And now let's connect it all together. Hey, Future Matt here. I'm doing a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway when this YouTube channel gets to 500 subscribers. All you gotta do is subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on Insta. And now back to the video. Tighten this up so it doesn't fall apart, and now we should all be good to go. Now let's go over the button layout and some menu options. For the buttons, we got the power, menu, trigger, and mode buttons. Right now we're in the modes section, so we got 3 modes, FX, CCT, and CFX. We also got 2 knobs where you can press in as well. The left knob scrolls through the menu options, as well as the select button. This already comes with some pre-installed effects, and once you select an effect, you could change the options within it. And obviously you can press the trigger button to activate it. Now hit the menu button to go back to the main menu, and here's a quick little rundown for the main menu. On top you got the DMX settings. You could click on it to go into some other settings. Next up we got the frequency selection. Next up on the list we got the dimming curve. Choose whichever one you want to use. And finally we're going to go to Bluetooth reset. We're going to hit yes, and now we're going to go into the app. Once you got it downloaded, hit the top left corner, go to the top right corner right here, go to my devices, and now we're going to look for our device. hit Amaran, and it should be right here in the middle. I already added it, so this is where you're going to put that serial number that I told you to remember before. Once you got that done, we add a scene here, and out on the top right, hit the plus and add fixtures. It'll tell you to hit that BT reset like what you did before, and then you should finally see it on your screen. Once it's done pairing, hit OK, and now you should be greeted with this screen. This is the main screen, so now let's hit this and go into the options. You could basically change the settings on the app instead of using the control box. I'm pretty sure most of us will be using the app instead. On the first tab here, you could change the intensity, you could change the dimming curves, the warmth of the light, and you could even use this trackpad to change these settings as well. This is just one of the many features of this app. There's actually so much on this app, so let's fast forward through it all. Feel free to slow it down so you guys can take a closer look at it. There's actually just a few more settings in the menu. Let's go through it. Right under that is the BT serial number. Here you got studio mode. If you keep this on, the previous settings before you turn off the device will stay on the device. I feel like most of us will have this on. And the rest is just firmware stuff and factory reset. Let's finish this all up by mounting the control box and some cable management. So what we're basically going to do is hang this onto the light stand. But before we could do that, we got to attach the power supply to the control box. You'll see 3 pegs on the power supply that gets attached to the control box. All you got to do is align them and it'll snap right into place. I won't be using a battery, so this is the way I'll be mounting it. And that little click right there is to let you know that it's all aligned. And to unlock it, just slide this little piece right here. And the final thing to do is just to hang it on the light stand. But hold on just a sec. You guys can hear that, right? The sound of the power supply going really loud. This is actually the one downside for having the power supply really close to the light fixture. And remember when I mentioned that extension cable? This is where it'll come right in handy. Since the mic will easily pick up this power supply sound, using the extension cable will allow the power supply to be all the way far from the light fixture and the microphone. But this is only necessary if your mic is really sensitive to sound. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much all you gotta know about the F22x. I'm for sure about to return this and get the F22C for that color option. It'll be a little more expensive, but I think it's worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe you'll get that $50 gift card. Peace.